Hello, everybody. Welcome to my pop-up. Hey, Jeff. How are you doing, buddy? I didn't saw anybody live. I was quite bored, so I said, I will take it to myself then. Yeah, it's Gilbert the Oscar today. I'm happy to hear that you're doing good, buddy. So what time is it at your place now? Is it still morning? Can you hear me pretty good or not? Okay, cool. 11:13 at your place. Yeah, that's something what I thought it would be now. For us, the evening is beginning, and because it's winter time, it's already getting dark at 10 to 5 o'clock like now. Well, that's an okay hour to wake up, you know? I've got times that even that deregulated that I even wake up at 11 p.m. or something. It bothers me a lot that I can't keep a normal schedule. Yeah, I know you were up late, man. Or was that the day before yesterday that you had that long stream with David? I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I know that you're up late every night. That's why I'm always on your late night chat. You're not the only one. Don't worry. And I think that you even go to sleep like more decent hours than me, you know? How is your wife doing? Your wife's name is Kathy, right? Oh, that's good news that she's doing okay. That's always fun. A little step at a time. Yeah, like you say, as long as that we're having fun, you know. It's not like we harm people by staying up late and talking to each other. For me, it's better than to talk with people than sitting here and overthinking everything like I usually do. As you can see, by the way, I found a type of plant, I say in between fingers, plant that works with Gilbert. It's called hair algae. It gives me a little bit of green at least, you know? And I like the hair algae too because it gives uh, more protection-ish for my catfish. They really love it because it gives them a lot of dark cramps and little nooks to hide in, together with all the stones and the sticks. And your fire moth and convicts like that too. Do they also sometimes pull it off, like and play with it? That's what Gilbert tends to do. That's also the reason it spread like wildfire, because he picks it off and then those other little pieces get stuck on other pieces of wood and it starts to grow again. Yeah, that's funny to hear that they also do that. I like that in bigger cichlids or bigger fish when they start to move their environments as they tended to be, you know? That's why I've got some huge boulders in there too. Oh, that's funny that they play tug of war with it. If you ever get the opportunity to film it, please do. Upload it in a little short or something. Who's usually the winner then? The fire moth or the convict? Because the convict is a little bit smaller, but makes it up in feistiness. Hi, Nate. Welcome. Yeah, Ty. They have the same power. That's funny. Welcome to the channel, Nate. Where I'm all about fish keeping, keeping exotic pets, and we can talk about anything on this channel. It usually turns out into completely another subject than purely fish keeping. If you would have any questions or whatsoever, never hesitate to ask them. Just shoot. Me or somebody in the chat will usually gladly be help you out. And people, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe the channel if you like what you see. If you like chatting with me, you're always welcome. Oh, that's nice that those two fish are friends. Well, that they can co-inhabit, especially for a convict. But as long that there's not a female to pair up with and then to start their territorial thing, usually convicts are pretty relaxed, in my eyes. I'm like you, Jeff. I've had a lot of sickness over the years, so. Up, you look nuts! Up! Kim just came home with. She went doing some grocery shopping. That's why the dogs are so excited. They hear the car. Your male fire moth is trying to breed with a female convict. How did that work out for the male convict? Didn't he got like his ass beaten by the female convicts? Or did they just swam away the females? Probably that, and they go into hiding or something. Yeah, they're gonna spawn. I didn't know that those two could interbreed. That's crazy. I've never heard about that. Or maybe the eggs wouldn't be viable or something. Because I've never seen or heard about the firemouth convict hybrid. Have you ever seen one, Jeff? Or heard about it? Oh, I will. I will definitely Google it after my live then. I've never seen or heard about one. That's pretty crazy. Convict Jack Dempsey hybrid and Firemouth Jack Dempsey hybrids too. That's crazy. I really didn't know those could hybridize all of them. Well, thanks for teaching me that, Jeff. You're actually smarter than you look like. I've got that too. What do you think personally about hybridized fish, Jeff? Do you like them? Do you see them as an offense, in the hobby? And there is Kim, ladies and gentlemen.
kopen, dat ik heb bijna niks meer. Ik heb nog wat patatten mee, vlees, brood en ik heb dan kaas en vleesslaap mee.
Oké.
Maar ik heb dan nog wel wat groen en vlees in de vriezer zitten. Dus...
Dan zie ik even drinken.
Ja, ik heb de grootste gepakt op de raas.
Dank je, lieveke.
Ja, ik heb
Hey RC! How is the Cali life going, man?
Chef is er ook zeker?
Yeah.
Hi Jeff!
You had all of those fish, RC? You're like Jeff and me. You like a spunky fish too, don't you? So it's cold in California. What is cold to you? You know, you live in goddamn California, dude. You wanna switch with me and come to Belgium for a month? Because I'll happily go to California right now. Yeah, your bluegill is dead. I've heard that last time you said that when you were live. Or was that in the chat that you said that? Was it your arowana that ate it? That ate it? Yeah, you see 50 at night and 70 during the day is still very bearable. We're done at night at about 4 to 5 centigrade Celsius, and during the day we're about 8 now. It's more like Jeff's temperature, you know? Jeff's up in Michigan. I don't expect Michigan weather to be a lot more fun than Belgian weather. Maybe you guys get a lot less rain than we do, Jeff. Because here's more like England or something, you know? We got a lot of rain. And then you've got some more rain. And then some more. And then to top it off, some more rain. And also cold wind. Oh, the bluegill kept getting sick. That's a shame. Maybe he had some kind of parasite or some kind of you know, microbe or bacteria inside of him that wasn't going too well. That's the issue when getting fish out of the wild. You never know if they're really 100% healthy. You already don't know that if you get a captive redfish.
Lots of snow.
Oh, you guys get snow? Yeah, I didn't do snow too well. Snow is very nice, like aesthetically, you know? Like on a picture, on TV, in a book. But that's about it for me. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Everything that is snow and rain, I wouldn't like it. Yeah, the Oscar is together with 5 catfish and sunshine pleco. but they all hide under the sticks and the algae and the stones. That's why I added so much sticks and stones, so they all have their little nooks and crannies to hide themselves in. But they all do really good. Because usually when the catfish come out or something, I can see that their bellies are really well big. They grow well too. But Gilbert is the only top swimming fish. So let's say from the top half, that's entirely Gilbert's fate. And then on the bottom half, that's the catfish's realm. No, I'm not gonna get an extra fish in it because Gilbert has always been in there since the beginning. I think it's really dominant and territorial. So I'm not, I'm also avoiding the possible fight or the possible damages it will do. So that's why I always decided for myself, like, I'm gonna give my Oscar as much space as I can and then combine it with some bottom dwelling fish. So, they don't bump into each other too much. They leave each other alone and live side by side. Because Gilbert is about 10.2 inches now. So if I would put anything smaller in that with him, he would beat it up easily. Yeah, exactly, Jeff. It's a peaceful environment that I created. And that was my point too. I didn't want my Oscar to live in stress or being a bully over another fish. And as you can see, this is a 120, and even if you see the size of Gilbert, I just find it like hardly big enough for him by himself, honestly. So yeah. If I would have a lot more space, I would combine them with about 5 to 6 electric blue ocaras. But I don't have the space to put anything bigger than a 120, 125, something like that. Anything longer than what is that? 5 foot? Yeah. Yeah, 5 foot. Anything longer than 5 foot, I couldn't put it inside here. Yeah, exactly. Electric blue cars are very chilled. And since they say smaller, they would be a perfect fish to combine with Gilbert. But that's only if I would ever win the lottery. Then I would be about raising the tank about twice its height. So it would be coming up above of here, something like that. Easily a little bit higher, up until here. And that would give me enough space for all of them. But that would be something that I would have to get made, like customized. And that would cost a buttload of money. No, it's okay. For me, an electric blue Acara isn't really expensive. They cost about €8 when they're juveniles, maybe 15 a pop when they're big. Here for me, so yeah, they're very affordable like that in my eyes. My Sunshine Pleco costed me 130 euros, and he was still, well, let's say a pretty big juvenile. So 15 a pop for a blue Acara is pretty cool then. Hello, Dix. Nice to see you, Juanita. I'm really happy to see and to hear that you're doing better. As always, I was one of the very last people of the entire internet to know that you were not doing so well. But I'm really happy to see that you're back. You're one of my biggest fans, by the way, so I will always miss you if you're not there. Hey, Christine. Welcome. Welcome, everybody, by the way. I'm happy to see y'all. How's everybody's day going, by the way? Or morning? How are your kids doing, by the way, RC? How is your daughter doing at school? Yeah, for people that don't know, RC's little daughter just took on her first year of preschool, and RC was having a lot of trouble with that. The poor guy. Him and his little girl are like two hands on one belly. So if there's ever anybody new on the channel, welcome and come and say hi to us, you know? If you have any fishy questions, me or all the lovely people on the chat will be very happy to help you with those. Thank you, Juanita. Yeah, he's on the lookout for food because I turned on his light an hour earlier than usual. So he's probably not understanding why I'm not feeding him. And as I know him, is looking around if there's anything that has fallen down. Yeah, the annoying thing is that he's always hanging out in the corners now that I'm filming him for once. And he's gonna pull at the algae again, or fight it against himself into the reflection. He likes to fight himself. Or he likes to, he has an issue with a big stone too. So he has squabbles with a big stone. Hi, Hobby. Nice to see you, buddy. Again, welcome everybody in the chat. How was everybody's day, by the way? Mine wasn't very eventful, as usual. Tonight we're hanging out with Gilbert the Oscar. Only if Gilbert decides to grace us with his presence, instead of hanging out in his corner as usual. It's because he can see himself in that corner. Oh yeah, that's right, Jeff. You mentioned it earlier that you just woke up. Having that first little cup of coffee of the day. Don't forget to brush your mustache for the day. You haven't had one cup yet? Oh my god, what is happening, Jeff? Are you feeling ill? What kind of coffee do you drink, Jeff? Like out of a percolator, or espressos, or instant coffee that you mix? What's your kind of poison? I drink any coffee, honestly. But I've got my favorite are my Nespresso capsules that I have. It's also partly because I worked for them for 3 years, but still. You see, Christine is good at it. Only 40 minutes, only 4 cups. Every 10 minutes. Raw. Oh my god, man. You're really at work then, Hobby. 150 roast dinners. My god. In what kind of kitchen do you work? Do you work in a like in a big kitchen that is meant for hospitals, or like homes for the elderly or something? Because that's a huge amount. Oh, in a pub. Wow. That's a really popular pub, man. Your boss is making some good money. 150 dishes for a pub, man. That's a lot. I even know some restaurants that wouldn't make that here in the day. They only have about 60 couverts. And that also means that your roast dinner must be really good. Oh man, yeah, working in a kitchen can be a real stressy and very fast paced. 30 kilograms of potatoes this morning at 9 a.m. Oh my god. Well, man, I really have a lot of respect for that motivation and courage that you have, you know, work ethics.
Yes.
Skills en een beetje zo weer. Dan zit je als je naar staat, zal ik het wel. Yeah, man, if you have little baby fish, you really need to get up with like to keep up with that regular feeding indeed. Otherwise, they will perish quickly. Well, a lot of respect for you that you can hold such a stressy and a busy job with the fish keeping together, you know. It's like you, Jeff Kane and stuff. You guys seem superhuman in my eyes. Oh, the babies are upstairs? Well, that helps, that helps. Is the pup yours, Hobby? Gloves that peel potatoes for you, really? Why have I never heard about that? I want some potato peeling gloves. That's awesome. Lieve wist jij dat er handschoenen zijn dan die patatten zelf? Alleen waarschijnlijk ruw. Ziet Christine zeggen. Dan dus gevraagd over die patatten, dan pakt die schillen af. Allee. Ja, dat is goed, Max. That's awesome.
Maar ook zo door die waarschappen dat je niet de patatten schillen.
Misschien deed dat vroeger, maar ook nog anders. Misschien wil dat je dat doet, zeg dat wel. Je kan dat doen. En ja. Ik heb wel met een schilletje nog. Of een schilletje. No, waarschijnlijk. Ja, ik hoop wel een steentje bij of something. What is a rumbler? Yeah, you see, Christine has those potato peeling gloves and it peels them in just a few seconds. That's the most awesome invention since warm water or something. Or sliced bread. This is the second invention next to that. Oh, okay, yeah, I've seen those. Yeah, I've seen those machines that you described. Oh yeah. And that hence the name a tumbler also because it actually tumbles inside of it. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen those on TV and such. You know. Have a good evening, Howie. Thanks for jumping in and thanks for coming to say hello and having a little chat with us. And have a good have a good rest of your evening. You know. Maybe we'll bump into each other later on or tomorrow. How's it going in Canada, Christine? Do you guys already have snow? Probably. Yeah, like you say, Hobby, we will definitely will somewhere. Have a good one, buddy. Oh, you live in Illinois? Why was I under the impression that you were in Canada then? Sorry, Christine. I'm starting to mix up everybody and everything. Well, not your name, but you know the places where everybody lives and stuff. A big city in the US that I always wanted to see is Chicago, by the way. I've always had a fascination, I don't know why, about Chicago. I usually support all their sports teams too. So the Bears, the Blackhawks, and the White Sox. Not the Cubs. Well, thank you for understanding that. Yeah, Stubbs. I didn't know he was from Canada, and I know that Gord Red Laser. He's from Canada too.
J'ai vu son résultat.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard that a lot, that Chicago isn't safe anymore these days. But you know, I'm a tourist, so yeah, I would go see the touristy stuff and not get myself into trouble, you know. I've traveled a lot in my life, so I know pretty much how to how to keep safe. What are some stuff that you guys would recommend a European that I would have to see, you know? Because there's so many things to see also in the US. I'm rather I am rather a small town kind of guy instead of the big city guy. But like I said, Chicago is the only big city I would really want to see. Most people have that with New York, but I have that with Chicago. And don't forget, Christine, I come from Brussels. Your dear president called my place a hellhole. So yeah, I can hold my own. I just don't do guns. Guns, no. Vegas? Really? You would send me to Vegas, Christine? Me? I would go insane with all the lights and the bling, 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 everywhere and stuff. Oh my god. You know what I like about Vegas? The desert around it. Now that's my stuff. Vegas. Yeah, you know what I would do in Vegas? But then, yeah, look for those Elvis impersonators. Thank you very much. They're awesome. Uh-huh. Nice to get to know, Christine. Let's get married in a little white chapel. Uh-huh. Red Rock is beautiful. What is that? Is that a national park or something? I've heard about the name Red Rock. It rings a bell, but I don't know what it is, or I've heard it in like in a movie or in a TV show or something probably. That's where you got married? You see, great minds do think alike, Christine. We've got that often that we think exactly the same thing. Did the guy went? Thank you very much. I hope he did. Otherwise, I would give him $5 less. You didn't say thank you very much, man. That's $5 less. Christine, are you going to marry this man? Uh-huh. Would it be awesome if you would be standing there holding a koi in your arms? Since anything is possible in America, you can marry a koi fish. When my daughter was a little bit younger and she didn't have a phone yet, she was always on her tablet. And I was always bugging her that she would be the first woman in Belgian history that would marry a tablet. I now pronounce you wife and tablet, or tablet and wife. Little White Wedding Chapel 24 years ago. That's awesome. That's one of the most American ways you can marry. With Elvis. If you hear people here around my area and they say we're gonna get married in the US, the common joke is always that somebody will ask you, are you gonna get an Elvis wedding? Because you never see those here in Belgium. Never. We know what it is, but nobody does it. Here it's always a pretty traditional one. Let's feed the Oscar fish. What do you guys think? Fast food for today?
Yeah.
And you know what I always wanted to do if I would make it to America? Like try one of those um, like homemade made styles dinners that you see in movies, like with the mashed potatoes and the hash browns and corn and yeah, then of course some kind of meat or salad. You guys have like 25 little side dishes next to it. It's like eating Chinese. And also, would want to go eat a burger in like those very traditional little burger joints where you get like those little red baskets where they put in your burger and fries. I want the little red basket one. It's basically because I've all of that I've always seen on TV, and it's like, ooh, I want to try that. I told you I would be a real tourist, you know. No problem, Christine. Enjoy your little cup of Joe. Talking about the name Joe, you guys want to hear a funny story? Once I was talking to, when I was single, I was talking to this, uh, I don't know, a chick, you know, but I don't know anymore where she came from. But what I do remember is that we were talking English. So, um, and it was, yeah, very clear that after a little while, she was just interested in getting money out of me, like some kind of scam or money hustle, you know. And I actually go like, yeah, but I don't have a lot of money. I'm just a regular Joe. And then she started calling me Joe because she thought that was my name. Ah. Then she was always asking like, yeah, but Joe, can't you send me like $50 or 20 euros or I don't know what, you know? Because I said I'm just a regular Joe. That's awesome. I'll never forget about that. Hi, Rid. Nice to see you, Biddy. How's everything going back in good old England? Say, Rob, the song, the hymn that you guys have, "God Save the Queen." Since you guys have a king now again, is it "God Save the King" then? Logically speaking, I'm not joking now. It's just I've always wondered that do the lyrics get changed then because it's a male king now instead of a queen? Like, is the name "God Save the King" then? You know? Yeah, it's what it is now. Yeah, exactly. So it is actually "God Save the King." Oh yeah. So I wondered that because I was wondering like "God Save the Queen." Do they don't sing it anymore or does it get changed? But it changes to "God Save the King" then. That's pretty interesting. Thank you, Rob.
the name queen.
Yeah, the name king replaced the name queen. That's crazy. Also logic, but yeah. It's because my entire life long I've always heard God save the queen, you know. To say that your queen was that old and that long in power that she even survived some people, so meaning that they were born and died under her reign before she died. That's crazy. I was starting to have my hypothesis that she was a cyborg or some kind that would never die. Like 230 years later, she would still be there, looking like Terminator, but she would still be there. Was it? Yeah, it does, Christine. You see? Yeah, I didn't know that either. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna say that out loud, Rob, but yeah. Well, she was a tough cookie, you know. She was goddamn 120 years old. It's like I said, I thought she was a cyborg in the end.
Just getting ready for me and the live stream at 9 p.m. UK.
Yeah, I know. I've already got my notification on since you posted that you're gonna come. She was a fossil. Yeah, she was a fossil. Yeah, they don't make them like that anymore, dude. That one was still made of pure sheet steel, you know, like an old car. So yeah, I've been ready for the stream with you and your missus. I'm really looking forward to meet her. Well, to meet her, you know what I mean.
That's good.
No, you don't have it for the royal house. Yeah, for you guys in the UK, it's a lot more hype around it and stuff too. Our royalties are very not absent, but they don't come a lot into like scandals or into the media. When they come into the media, it's because they went to some or other country to represent us for a trade deal or something, or the basic stuff. They're really vanilla, our royal houses, you know.
The man that is not implicated. The man, the light, the moon.
A Jolly Rancher? What is that, buddy? And welcome, by the way. People, don't forget to give me a little like if you like hanging out with me, or subscribe if you like the channel. I've got a lot of shorts where you can see my fish, my aquariums. Yeah, that's what I see. Oh yeah, the entire Diana thing. I remember that when I was a kid because because it was in Paris. And with that Dodi Al Fayed dude, still remember the name. Yeah, that was a lot of hustle on TV back then. But she was really popular, Princess Diana, wasn't she? Because that's right when I was just a little kid, like 4, 5, 6 years old, 8. So at that time. But I do realize that she was very popular, very liked. Yeah, I think it was an in-house job, Rob. Yeah, those are like the mysteries of life that we will never know 100% sure, aren't we? Being married to big hairy sausage fingers, yeah. But from the other way, she hooked a good dude, you know? She could have done a lot worse.
Well, dat ging.
So, what are you all planning for the rest of your Saturday? It's
Zondag,
also.
zondag.
Oh, yeah, it's Sunday, sorry. It's also sports season again for you guys. Do you guys like sports?
Vooral zeggen, it's Sunday.
Yeah, sorry, Rob. Days tend to blend into each other for me, you know. Is Hull playing tonight, Rob? Are you guys still playing in first, by the way? Yeah, you are, aren't you? Yeah, they lost again. Oh, damn. Yeah, they're not like you said a little while ago. They're not playing a good season this season, isn't it? That's a shame.
Meer shit.
You're shite. Yeah. Well, don't worry about it, Rob. The true supporter will always stick with its team, even though you're playing good or not. My local little team, Dundee, is right the same thing. They played in first division once, then they degraded all the way back up until third division. They worked themselves up again, and now they play first again. But it won't take long before they're gonna be demoted again. But all all next to all of that, I still support them. They're a fun little team, and if you like your team, like if you're proud of it, no matter what. But it graces you that you can see of your own team that you're not playing well at the moment. Not a lot of people can do that. Usually they will get excuses, or. Is that each time for falling asleep or something that you let them fall? Oh yeah, when you have a coach that doesn't play the good tactical game, yeah, then you're screwed as a team, you know. And sometimes they try other tactics, but that just don't work. Like into, for an example, like you and me, we know that a country like England, Germany, Belgium will play a lot more physical football than Spain or Italy, where they play a lot more tactical and technical football. So yeah, if you can't adapt to those playing styles, you're gonna get your ass whooped. Ah, you see, yeah, that's where they went. Ah, damn. Yeah, that makes it even worse, man. If your two key players are out and you have a coach that's playing another tactic, yeah, prepare yourself to have a bad season then. Well, like I said, you know, in the end, it's football. It's still a game. It is what it is, and you just stick with your team. You know, whatever it is. That's what I tend to do. Yeah, you guys. Kim is planning on doing a little giveaway for 100 membership on the channel. So she would appreciate some ideas like to give away, like gift ideas. You know. I told her she that it would be a good idea to get something that makes people think about her channel when they win it, like a little reference to her channel. That's also a good plan. Yeah, I've heard it before that mugs are pretty popular. Like Glenn also often speaks about a mug. Rob has a Glen mug. A mug is een zat. De koffie. Nee, no good at all. No problem, Reed. I understand that the work also needs to be done. I do that a lot too. I listen to you guys, put it on, and then I go about doing my little jobs around the tanks.
Christine said it.
Yeah, Christine. It's a little bit like when it makes me think about a beauty product. I want to be pristine. I am Christine. You see what I mean? Like, you see what I mean? Makes me think of a L'Oreal kind of advertisement. Be like Christine. Be pristine. It is, Rob. You slid that right in. So, who else is out there? Don't be shy. Pop in. Come and say hello. As you can all see, that's my big boy. His name is Gilbert. Hi, Rob. Oh, it's Rob, and Rob. I haven't seen you guys for a while. I've seen your cousin Rip, by the way. I can't believe that you're actually using that little profile picture, Rob. like I said before, people, if you're new onto the channel, it would mean a lot to me if you would subscribe or leave a like. That little click that means so little to you means really a lot to me. And for the people that already have, thank you very much for supporting me. It's thanks to you guys that I really flourished a little bit over the last few months. You've got a live starting at noon. Uh, well, have fun with that in any ways. And I'm gonna check the time. So at noon, is that in a half an hour, Christine? Because then I will make sure that I close my stream by the time that you are gonna get on. Okay, cool. Then I will close down in about half an hour, and I'll see you back on your live then. See you later, Christine. And thanks for hanging out with us. I always appreciate you being here. Christine, the coolest cop on the world. Oh, no problem, you know. And it's also fun that I can see you online then again, you know. I usually pop up when nobody else is on, you know, to fill up that little moments. And you're welcome. It wouldn't be as awesome without of you guys, you know. It would be quite yeah, dead. So as everybody could see in the chat, in a half an hour, Christine is gonna set up her live too. If you don't have any Sunday plans, make sure to check her out too. She's a really lovely lady, and always fun to talk to. Or if you want to see a really nice fish room, aka bedroom, you just go over to Rob Mr. Fishbird's channel, and there you will see some of the sweetest setups that you've seen in your life. Really, I'm not joking about that. Rob's got everything settled out, people. If you're into creepy crawlies, then certainly don't miss my girlfriend Spider Lady Kim's channel. We've got about 7 tarantulas in the house, all in their little setup, of course, not walking around, running around the house. There you can see some of our tarantulas. That is mainly Kim's passion. Hence her name, by the way. So if you're new to the channel, come and say hi, you know. Hey, look who's there. It's Jeffro. How are you doing, buddy? Oh, you got caught in the rain. That's always fun. Doing it the Belgian style. Welcome in, buddy. Happy to see you, by the way. Oh, you went to see Mama? That's awesome. How was she doing? We all love Mama. Next time, tell Mama, give her much love. You know, send her much love from Belgium. Tell her you have a pal on the other side of the world in Europe, and that he even likes Mama. Mama is goddamn world known, you know? That's Mama for you. She's gonna be delighted to know that she's becoming a worldwide phenomenon. Oh yeah, watch out with that, Rob. If you start it now, just take it easy now. Then put a little bit of the brakes on it, because otherwise you're gonna pay for it tomorrow, man. Mama tricked you? She wanted to see the boys, but she low-key wanted to see. Oh, yeah. The Christmas lights. That's possible too, Rob. When I sleep for a long time, but when I sleep, I have the tendency to crawl into a ball. So the day after, then my back really kind of hurts when I've done that. Thank you, Jeffro. That's exactly what I was going for. Since I can't hold any plants with that little bastard in there, I said to myself, we're gonna go use algae for plants, you know? But it's getting a little bit out of control now, so I need to thin it out again. But it goes quickly, you know, every 2 weeks I thin it down, like, let's say to 50% of what it is. Yeah, he does, Jeffro. Because I gave him his first feeding, and he's digesting a little bit now, and he's still waiting for his second feeding of the day. He knows he's gonna follow a couple of hours later. He always gets 2 moderate little feedings a day. But that's exactly what he's doing. He's waiting for his next meal. He's always like that. Yeah. You're on a roll, Rob. That's one of the thankful things of having an automated system. Well, automated, a worked out system like you have. It goes very quickly. Oh, the source you got from Rom. Like with swords, you mean sword tails, right? Yeah, Xiphophobus can be really um, munch munchy fish, But and they grow to a pretty decent size. They get like to 4 up to 4 inches about. So it's a pretty big fish in the end. You'll see in about 4 or 5, 6 months that it'll gain some size, or are they already adults? Yeah, and the more you feed them, also the more that they will be prolific breeders. I stopped breeding swordtails in the end. I couldn't keep up with the youngs anymore. And believe it or not, the time when uh, I took my breeding female out of the tank. I put her into like a holding tank, and she had a whole nest of little pups again in that tank. So that's in the end. So I raised those up again, and then in the end, I just got rid of them all. It was because in the end, I was not having enough tanks for all the fish. I said this needs to stop because I'm very limited. Oh yeah, yeah, I understand, Rob. Yeah, I should have thought about that before my pop-ups. But since my pop-ups are never really like planned, hence why it's called a pop-up. Because Gilbert's tank has really got a lot of like green algae on the back and on the front. It annoys me. That's a good coincidence. Maybe it's because eBay gives you some kind of filtration of the sellers closest to you or something. Thank you very much, Jeffro. I appreciate it. But yeah, I need to take out a little bit of that algae, give it a good scrub again, take some algae out on the back pieces too, like the pipes and stuff. Because good old Gilbert this week decided to rip pieces off, and then he plays with it, but they let it flows in the end. So those pieces start to attach everywhere. But yeah, as long as he's happy and healthy, that's the most prominent thing to me. Thank you, Rob. That's exactly the kind of style that I wanted to go for Gilbert too. I always like a natural kind of setup that would mimic or give you the impression of the natural waters where you would see that fish. I always call that tank my cenote of death. Yeah, you think so, Jeffro? Yeah, I see him every day, so I don't see the progress he makes. But he's about 2 years now, so yeah, he's not growing as fast anymore. But he's still growing though. You can clearly see the growing rings at the end of his fins. That's nice to hear. That's a good sign then. Thank you. It's always handy when your friends who are also pay attention to your fish that they can certainly point out like, yeah, yeah, this one has gotten bigger. But yeah, I kind of groom him like a goldfish. So I decided to give him the most space I could, like the biggest tank I could put out, just for him alone, so he doesn't need to compete with other fish for the space or something, or the food. And then I started out when he was a baby by feeding about 4 to 5 days, 5 times a day, like very light feedings. And now I've gone down to 2 feedings a day, also light feedings again. And I feed a giant mixture of foods. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. That's kind of nice to tell you that, but maybe I was hoping to sell you a way more expensive fish instead of an angel, you know? If you got your heart on angels, man, then go for the angels. Cause yeah, that's easy to say to a customer like, wait, dude, I've got some better fish in. Well, yeah, that one costs $50 a fish, you know. So be wary of people, Jeffro. What kind of angels was it that you've seen? Mind you, I'm not an angel expert. I've never kept an angelfish, but I've always had like Malawis back in the past, and I always keep my fish until they die. So, you know, a lot of people like sold them on once that they've bred them or are tired of them. I always keep my fish, so that's why I haven't had a lot of variation of fish, you know, because my Malawis they live for a long time too. And then after that, I had a break for a couple of years, and then my dream back in the day when keeping Malawis was also was already having an Oscar. So and then when I started again, I decided to go immediately for the Oscar that I've always dreamed of. Yeah. Well, you're exactly the same as me. You know, I can't really see the difference between a koi or a marble of one of those, but I see exactly what fish that you mean. One with red, white, and black spots. Yeah, they're really cool. I love them too, by the way. Everything that's koi striped or like bumblebee stuff, I'm a sucker for those. I just like bold patterns, on fish. Ooh, red, white, orange, and black. That has to be nice. Yeah, then screw the discus, Then I would go for the angels. Because those are exactly the kind I would like to. Those are awesome. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, if he doesn't get excited easily, the dude. Well, yeah, you can always wait, and see what the discus give. If you don't like him, you go for the angels. Now I'm also curious what he's gonna get in. Did he tell you what kind of discus it would be, or what color or something? Because that would help a lot.
Scissors training.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's not very informative. I've been waiting for it 2 years, but yeah, if you don't have an idea what color they're gonna be or something. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, yeah. Imagine the dude also, putting in his love and work and blood, sweat, and tears into it for 2 years, and then you get like a really shitty price for your discus. I can imagine that some people would like be feel stepped on their toes, or and say like, no, I'm not giving away to discount prices neither. Because this guy, if it took him 2 years, this is probably a smaller scale breeder and not like the gigantic ones. So yeah, I can imagine the dude wanted a pretty decent price. But in that case, that's already the local fish store guy telling you that the price will be high. Yeah, yeah, they worked something out. Yeah, but like I told you, be wary because the prices can be high. And be wary of the fact that he's trying to upsell you something. I'm always wary of people. Sorry, I can't do anything about it. It's life that has taught me to be like that. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. A while ago, I was watching a discus with Rob, and I've seen those panther ones, I think. panther, tiger, or something, or it was some kind of feline. Aren't they like all white with like a fine black stripe pattern? Or was it jaguar? Isn't it that jaguar? I don't remember. I never kept a discus neither. Never had an angelfish. Never had a discus. Just cichlids. A lot of cichlids. Yeah, 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 exactly. Yeah, that one. Yeah. I think I've seen it online when I was checking out fish with weird ones. Yeah, they're really fancy, by the way. They're really cool. There's like highly white ones. They be smoking. Yeah. Yeah, it's contagious, isn't it? Yeah, Rob was the inspiration for me keeping pseudo moguls too. You see, it's completely contagious. The disc is great. Yeah, that they do. That they do. It's because they're a cichlid family, you know. Usually a cichlid will have a little bit more personality. But I'm happy that the ones Rob has aren't like very skittish. Because that would always be a thing that I would be scared of, that they're that skittish and like I would walk past by and make him bump into something and there goes your fancy discus. Yeah, but the ones that got were decent being skittishly. Because I've seen some discus dude that were really heavily skittish, you know? Like, I mean, the fish that you're only 2 meters away and they already start to, they're already gone. Oh, those came from Vietnam. Yeah, that's right, Jeffrey. Yeah, that's true. It's in their nature, you know. But if you see a natural colored discus fish in their natural habitat, they camo pretty well with the black and brown. They hide in between of branches and and leaf and stick litter, and you really have a hard time seeing them in the darkest waters. Well, dark I mean like when there's shadows and stuff. You know. Me too. Me too. I usually really like wild types of fish. Gilbert is a tiger Oscar, but he really looks more like a wild type. You know, like what you would get if a tiger Oscar was breeding in in open waters. But all discus in the end have some kind of flair. You know, I would have a really hard time choosing just one that I like. I've got the same with angelfish. There's so many pretty ones. Okay, guys. Well, I'm gonna head off. Thank you very much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all the support and love that you guys give me. Yeah, their colors do change when they get older. Their patterning also a little bit. Well, anyways, like I said, I'm gonna close down. Uh, you can always hop over to Christine's channel, who's gonna go live like any moment now. So yet again, thank you very much for all the support. Thank you for popping in and having a chat with me. I always like hanging out with you guys. You're really welcome, Jeffro. It's always a pleasure when you're in. So, see you guys next time, or see you a little bit later tonight. Bye bye, guys.